All hopes for a truce, or at least a pause in the war in Ukraine, have been buried. Moreover, Putin used Trump himself as the shovel. Putin is staging a public and brazen execution, mocking the old man in Washington, and in general, clearly demonstrating his ability to push through his own will and obsession. There are no illusions, nor should there be, because there is one crucial indicator of the intentions of any dictator waging war, any deranged ruler. That indicator is repression. It is the best litmus test for measuring the progression of the disease. And we see that Putin is not only failing to stop the repression, he is ramping it up, increasing prison terms to some astronomical lengths. It's just like how a drug addict is forced to increase the dose to get the same high, right? He persecutes all the enemies of his mania, all the enemies of his illness, anyone who dares to approach this illness in a white coat with extraordinary force and malice. And at the same time, Trump once again spoke with the Kremlin patient. Putin decided to congratulate Trump on his birthday, and unfortunately, Trump was at home. And he actually seems, unfortunately, to be even less aware than Biden. He doesn't understand that any contact he has with the Kremlin and his assurances that it was a wonderful, productive conversation basically wash away the last remnants of the makeup of greatness from Trump. And the one who so wanted to go down in history as a great president of the United States can probably, for now, only aspire to the role of a great comedian, though still less so than, for example, Charles Spencer Chaplin. That is to say, alas, we see that Trump, who was undoubtedly initially presented as a Zeus, turned out to be more like a Zeus from amateur provincial theater, a make-believe Zeus. And all his thunderbolts turned out to be cardboard and secondhand, and all of this looks ridiculous. But of course, the only thing that could redeem Trump is if these conversations of his with the deranged Russian Führer are actually some clever maneuver allowing for the pinpointing of the exact coordinates of Putin's bunkers for a visit from a large and effective missile. But even if everything Trump is doing now is some kind of clever plan, he has certainly overdone it. Even if this is the very plan that in the end, in its finale, fulfills the long-cherished dream of civilized humanity, the comical nature of all the preliminary efforts, unfortunately, will shape Trump's image as a failed clown who manages neither to truly frighten nor amuse the audience, and who, in general, just aimlessly flounders around the political arena without much purpose or result. He really shouldn't have done that. I was just starting to warm up to him. Let us note, however, that the rallies scheduled today against Trump did not become nationwide events. They did not produce that vast sea of people endlessly outraged and angry. Well, at least judging by the materials that are already coming in and are available from correspondents in the US, to be honest, what we've seen so far isn't particularly impressive. But perhaps this bloodless, decorative, declarative bourgeois act of mass peaceful protest has generally been devalued around the world. It is losing popularity, and if anything can bring people out onto the streets, it is only the promise of decisive action, based on a genuine desire and will for real change of power, and all actions whose foundations are declared to be decisive methods free from law-abiding restraint.